Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on JASMY. We're going to do a full update technically and fundamentally, although unfortunately, fundamentally, I said that very weird, but there's not much to talk about. I mean, there's quite a lot of rumors around JASMY regarding just in general, cryptocurrency in Japan, which has in the past created some bullish momentum for JASMY as well. And I also heard something about the Ripple's Asian investment fund. So there's these fundamental rumors, but honestly, at this point of time, I don't really see anything major that has an effect on JASMY, right? Fundamentally, it could have an effect, but ultimately you want to see some sort of technicals in there as well. And that's not something we're seeing. But we are going to do a full update here on JASMY. I'll tell you my favorite buy areas, because still, I mean, JASMY, even though it's not my favorite project, and I think that's mostly reflected why on the 3-day time frame. I mean, since February 2024, we've had these massive rallies, but ultimately most holders I know of JASMY have gotten extremely hurt in holding JASMY, right? I actually still know a lot of people that bought JASMY right here after the Binance listing right here in December 2021, which is also the first time I covered it, by the way. Then prices were still much higher. But yeah, so it's been a long road, and one of the key reasons why I do still have buy areas for JASMY is that I think fundamentally it has a lot of potential, right? I mean, they are a project that's actually developing solutions. They're the biggest project in Japan. I think Japan as a market has a lot of potential for some big moves. However, it's just you have to do this right? And market makers, I think DWF Labs still has a contract with them. They manipulate the price and they create some of these moves quite a bit as well. And at this point of time, if we take a look at the price, what you can see is that we are still in a downtrend, right? After failing to really break back into this balance and this area right here, we had a brief session above that, but then we dropped down below that. Ever since we've been in this downtrend to the main support, which we also held right here at the beginning of April between 1.1 cents, so 0.011, and all the way down here towards 0.008, so 0.8 cents, which you can also see on the higher time frames, is a pretty strong support level. However, I place my buy area right there. That's not actually my buy area. I think JASMY's potential also after the kind of failed breakout right here in relation or in comparison to other altcoins, it's been relatively weak. And even though I must say, short term, we've had two interesting volume spikes, both the 24th of June, but also Wednesday last week. So that was interesting, right? Because you want to see volume like that, and the volume spike we had Wednesday was the biggest since the 25th of April, which after that we still rallied up higher. So I do think that a bounce for JASMY is coming, but ultimately when we're talking about where I would like to buy JASMY, we're very much still looking at this level right here, at least between 0.009 down to 0.007. I think if you start to scale in there and you get an average entry around 0.008, I think then you're fine to actually still make some good profits on JASMY when we actually get some new bullish momentum for altcoins in general, or if we get some good news finally for JASMY. But for now, short term, regardless of those high volume candles we had, the reaction after that has never been sufficient, right? So the last time we just respected the 30-day rolling VWAP, and the time before that, same thing, right? So short term, I think it's most likely that JASMY, unfortunately, is going to trend down lower. I would have loved to tell you something different, but that does seem most likely. And then when we're getting towards that level between, look, do I think we'll find support earlier? Yes, but the risk reward only makes sense for me between 0.009 and 0.007. So I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think it's most likely we want to rally down lower. If we actually get some good news in the markets, if we get some sort of a major market turnaround, the most important level to look at is 0.013. All right, so place some price alerts at that level as well. If things turn around, mostly with Bitcoin and mostly with altcoins, all right, because Bitcoin is fine, altcoins could be doing better. Then that's the main area you'd want to see flipped for a move into 1.5 cents. But that is something you should know as well. But that's what you need to know about JASMY in general right now, what's most likely and the most important levels. Hopefully it helps. All right, I'll be back with new videos Probably next week. I try to cover JASMY every week at least. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. But for now, thank you for watching. Have a great Sunday and bye.